طيب خلينا نسوي. Very quickly.
يلا.
Okay, bro. Tongue. You have to memorize it as I give it to you because it's يعني otherwise it's a lost case. People think it's like simple, but no, he wants it in this detail.
Okay.
Um, all right, so let me just make this small because I don't think we really need this so much. We don't need it because I can't see أصلا the tongue anyways. Um, okay, so bro, the tongue in general, the first thing we have to know, um, it's a muscular organ formed of um, يعني muscular organ has muscles inside it and it's covered with a mucous membrane. That's the first thing.
Mm,
Your organ covered with a mucous membrane.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Second thing, it lies on the floor of the oral cavity. Lies on the floor of the oral cavity.
Okay.
Now you have parts. الtongue له parts. You have two parts in general, buccal part to pharyngeal part. الbuccal part is the part that you see when someone opens their mouth.
Okay.
Pharyngeal
Wait.
part is the thing you see at the back of the throat. You don't see it. Buccal part and pharyngeal part.
Can you say the info about him again? Buccal part is the one.
يا buccal part انا بقول لك انت الاشي اللي بتشوفه لما واحد يفتح تمه هاي buccal part.
Okay.
والاشي اللي بتشوفه اللي ما بنشوفه اللي هو deeper it's pharyngeal part.
First.
Okay. Now it has a tip and a root.
1 second. Okay.
Has a tip and it has a root.
Mm,
Okay. Now the first we're gonna talk about the lower part and then we're gonna talk about the dorsum. The lower part is when you elevate your tongue and touch the top of your mouth. You see some things on the bottom of your tongue, right?
mm.
The first thing in the middle you see is called frenulum lingulae اللي هي اللي بالنص هون أنس. شايفها
Uh,
هاي؟
it's like the one in the lips. Frenulum of lower lip and upper lip.
أيوة. You have a frenulum lingulae in the tongue that connects the tongue to the يعني هيك when you elevate your tongue you see something هيك that is in the middle. That's called frenulum lingulae.
Mm,
Then you have two things on the lateral. Two things on the lateral. They are deep lingual vein. One and two. Deep lingual vein. Sorry,
okay.
sorry, sorry, bro. It's yes, yes, yeah, I'm right. Deep lingual vein. And then you go further laterally, fimbriated fold. So
Wait. What position?
we have five lines. Imagine your fingers. Your middle finger is frenulum lingually, your middle finger.
Yes.
The index and the fourth finger is deep lingual vein, here and here.
Yes.
Your thumb and your pinky is fimbriated fold.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes, I had a pin on that.
Yes, fimbriated fold.
And the most lateral
Exactly.
parts.
Is fimbriated fold بالضبط. طيب, now we're gonna go to the dorsum of the tongue. If you open someone's mouth and the tongue is lying flat on the floor, you see the top part of the tongue, which is this. It's called dorsum, upper surface. Dorsum of the tongue.
Okay, استنى دقيقة.
Yes.
Upper surface. Can you say it again? Dorsum upper surface.
Yes, the dorsum, it's the upper surface of the tongue. It's this one.
Mm,
There are some structures that you have to know on there.
okay.
So the dorsum of the tongue, first thing we have to know about it, it's that you have a V-shaped groove called sulcus terminalis. You see this V-shaped
Mm.
line?
Yes.
It's called sulcus terminalis. It divides the tongue into anterior one third and anterior two third and posterior one third.
Is it where we have the شو اسمه هذول الفاليate papilla?
Yes, we're coming to it. عندك انت anterior two third, posterior one third of the tongue. Okay?
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Anterior two third, anterior
Yes.
two third, it's the oral part.
Mm-hmm.
And posterior two third is the pharyngeal. Posterior one third is pharyngeal part. Remember, I told you there's buccal part and pharyngeal part. The anterior
Yes.
two third is the buccal or oral part. The posterior one third is the pharyngeal part. Now, on the anterior two third, uh, we are gonna differentiate between the anterior and the posterior. Okay? But just know, bro, في شغلة تاني بدي إياك تعرفها. هون
Mm.
triangle, it's like a triangle, one, two, right? At the tip here, there is foramen cecum. هون.
And it's for the apical foramen ما هيك
ايوه.
عشان يفوتوا النيرفز والارتريز والفينز
Yeah. هنا
للأسنان.
foramen cecum. No, apical foramen on on the teeth is not here, bro. This is we're talking about the tongue.
Uh,
This is only on the tongue. There is a hole on your tongue that you don't see. It's called foramen cecum.
and where was it located? At the root.
Nope. Bro, imagine. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about, but
Yes,
imagine.
I see. شايف الفي شايفة. Imagine
لا.
أنه
شو هاد أنس? What's this?
it's the tongue.
Yes. لا. It's your tongue, okay?
Mm.
هون عندنا شغلة اسمها
Terminal sulcus.
sulcus terminalis وهون عندك foramen cecum. This
Okay.
is the tongue. This is the tip of your tongue.
Mm.
But there's no teeth here.
Okay.
Now the teeth is surrounded here, bro, on the edge.
Yes, yes.
You get what I mean now?
Yes, yes.
I'm not referring to this image here. I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about when you are looking from the top on your tongue.
Mm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay? يعني basically we're talking here. We're looking at it يعني واحد عم بيطلع جوا تمي مثلا عم بيطلع above this part. I'm seeing this now. Okay?
Mm.
So the anterior two third and the posterior one third. Okay? Now we have to know the posterior one third and the anterior two third. We have to differentiate between them. The name of the anterior two third is buccal part. The name of the posterior one third is the pharyngeal part.
And the anterior two-third was also the oral part, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The next thing important, papillae. Papillae on the anterior two third of the dorsum tongue. هون قصده هون. عندك papillae. On the anterior two third, the types of papillae we have to know. Filiform papillae, fungiform papillae, valate papillae.
Yeah. We have valate papillae.
Valate papillae, the أيهم here. I don't know if you see in blue what I'm doing.
Yes, yes,
They are on the line of sulcus terminalis, anteriorly.
yes.
The big ones.
Mm.
Okay. Now, filiform papillae, they're small and numerous, found everywhere. يعني everywhere you can see here filiform papillae.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
Fungiform, they are only found at the margin and at the tip. Here. That's fungiform. Okay.
Okay. Only found on the margin of the mouth and the lip.
Yes. Now, the posterior has no papillae. بس شو عندنا بالposterior أنس؟ Look. Lingual tonsils. واحد. We have here two lingual tonsils on the posterior one third. Okay. Now,
Tonsillar, lingual tonsils.
yes, lingual tonsils present on the one posterior one third. Okay.
Yes.
Nerve supply, el posterior one third,
Hypoglossal.
glossopharyngeal posterior one third, bro.
Ah.
The high part, this one here, this one is glossopharyngeal.
Mm.
Anterior two third, innervated by two things: lingual nerve for sensation, chorda tympani for taste. Okay.
They are us by chorda tympani and lingua.
Yes.
Okay.
طيب. Muscles of the tongue. Muscles of the tongue. Now we are going to talk about muscles of the tongue. We're done with the general structure of the tongue. Muscles of the tongue, you have intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic, inside, in. Extrinsic, out. Okay.
Okay.
Intrinsic, you have vertical, transverse, and longitudinal. These are the intrinsic.
Vertical.
Transverse, longitudinal. These are intrinsic, inside the tongue. Outside the tongue, genioglossus, hyoglossus, styloglossus, palatoglossus. Muscles of the tongue.
Hyoglossus.
Styloglossus, palatoglossus.
Okay.
Everything, bro, is innervated by the hypoglossal nerve. The muscles, bro, muscles. قبل شوي كنا نحكي عن sensations وtaste. Sensation for the posterior one third glossopharyngeal. Sensation
Mm.
anterior one third lingual. Taste for anterior is chorda tympani. Muscles movements hypoglossal nerve except for palatoglossus vagus nerve. خلاص. That's it. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, bro, this is now we finished three topics in total.
Mm.
يعني الأول اتنين كانوا شوي طوال. I will stop here. Okay. Um, make sure you memorize what I gave you, bro, exactly like it is. خد screenshot of this screen, please.
So,
Screenshot.
yes, I took.
اوكي. واحفظ اللي اعطيتك اياه بالضبط، برو.
Mm.
بكره we will do something new إن شاء
Okay.
الله. يلا مان. And do you have any.
يلا.
بس اسألني مان، انا لازم اروح اوصل ابوي هلا.
Okay, well, thank you.
ولا يهمك، دير بالك.
يلا، السلام.
السلام عليكم.
Mm.